Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is Ricardo. A lot of people call me Rick. And this is my 2010 EVO 10, which we're going to be making a 500 horsepower fun street car out of it. Do a lot of other car stuff. Figured out, pick up the camera, and why not start recording, right? So let's get right into it. So this is my 2010 EVO 10. Car roughly has about 95,000 miles on it. Motor has 2,000 miles on it. Long story short, old motor seized, put in a claim with warranty. They got me a new one. While the car was gone for that warranty work, I did order a ton of parts for it. We will be cleaning up the engine bay a whole lot. Gonna be doing full bolt-ons on the car. We're shooting for 500 horsepower on E, and it should make it with ease. I could probably push the car a lot more, given that it's a brand new motor, but I don't want to do that just yet, as it is a street car. So the car does have an MA Performance catch can, which is awesome to have. I will be replacing the air intake system, blow-off valve, and the intercooler setup. Car came this way. I mean, I don't like the parts that it has, but it is what it is. A lot of people ask me what this is. I made this myself because when I bought the car, it did not come with a heat shield. So the car was always dying on me whenever these fans would kick on. And to combat that, I got some aluminum sheeting from Home Depot, traced it up on a cardboard and cut it up, and it does the job just fine. It blocks that heat from going in there and messing up my AFRs. I will be going with the ETS air intake and intercooler setup with a Go Fast Bits blow-off valve, Grim Speed boost controller. We're going to be replacing this stock manifold with a MA Performance cast iron, and we're going to be going with a Argonari 57mm turbo. Car came with open dump downpipe from MA Performance, and I added a ETS quiet V3 exhaust. Car sounds really good with that exhaust. I really want to keep it as comfortable daily as possible. That's why I went with that. And I know a lot of other exhausts get pretty loud and rowdy. Car is pretty rowdy when I get on it, just because of that open dump downpipe too. So yeah, just stick with me and let's go along with the build. So far so good. I did remove the front bumper, air intake, upper intercooler pipe, and the blow-off valve. Next up is going to be removing that downpipe, exhaust manifold, and the turbo. So let's get to it. Let's start by removing the downpipe. There are my downpipe is actually missing a screw, a bolt, but that's okay. I will be replacing that. We're gonna start off by removing that bolt and that bolt right there. Like I said, mine's missing that one, so I will be replacing that. And then there are two other ones underneath there, which we'd have to get underneath the car. So I will be jacking up the car, and then there's a little plastic that you remove in order to access those with an extension. So let's get to it. All right, finally got these bolts out of the downpipe, and it is completely disconnected from the turbo. That very bottom one is the hardest one to get. You have to remove the wheel and use an extension with a swivel at the end, but if you have the tools, it's pretty easy. Also remove the strut bar up on top to get some more access, and they used the wrong gasket. This is not the right gasket to use with an open dump downpipe. This gasket is okay to use if you have a regular downpipe or like a wide mouth, but having an open dump, you're going to want to have the one that's same shape, but it's going to have a break in the middle. So this explains why I suspected I was having an exhaust leak, especially at cold starts. The car was like really loud, like if I had an exhaust leak, but this is exactly why. Good thing I have I believe it's a Grim Speed that sells the right one, or MA Performance. Nonetheless, I have the right one. In order to fully remove the downpipe, we do need to remove the O2 sensor and the two bolts that connect the downpipe to the test pipe, which you can see one right there and one on the other side. Let's get those off. I got the two bolts for the downpipe off. Downpipe is completely off. Only thing left is the O2 sensor, which I do not have a O2 sensor socket. So let's run on AutoZone and pick one up. I am on my way to AutoZone now. I'm going to be getting a new vibrating gasket for the downpipe 2 test pipe, part number 1458, and a new O2 sensor socket. That way I can get that O2 sensor off and that downpipe out of the car. So see you guys there. I think this is a really good stopping point for this video. If you saw the time lapse, you saw that I was struggling trying to remove it out the top. So what I ended up doing was going through the bottom, and the downpipe came off so much easier and with less effort. So the two gaskets that I'm going to be replacing, and if you do this yourself, you might want to replace these as well, is this first one. It goes to the test pipe, and then this one that goes from the turbo to the downpipe. If you have an open dump downpipe, you're going to want to get the ETS gasket, which has a bridge down the middle that would go from here to here to stop any exhaust gases from flowing out the dump tube, which this one does not. So I was having an exhaust leak this whole entire time, just simply because they used the wrong gasket. So make sure you do your research and get the right parts before doing any of this. I am using a vibrant gasket for this. You can get them at AutoZone. But yeah, other than that, that should be it for this video. On the next video, we will be removing the turbo and the turbo manifold and getting those replaced. So stick along, and thank you for watching.